why still no Brandon Sanderson movie? Who would even direct that? I'm not looking for a good director, I'm looking for somebody who's good at directing Brandon Sanderson stuff. Now, admittedly, I've never read any of his books, but I have a lot of friends who are Brandon Sanderson fans, and from what they've told me, what he's known for is extremely detailed world building, which is really hard to bring to the medium of film. Most filmmakers just do that by front-loading a lot of exposition, but if you do it well, it takes a really long time, and you have to do that in a complex story, in a 2.5-hour story. It's just really hard to bring to the medium of film instead of books. Anyway, he's also known for heists, sci-fi and fantasy, and ensemble casts of characters. And also, any of his movies would have a massive budget. I'm talking like $200 million or more. Most filmmakers aren't good at any of those things, much less all of them. There are people who were good at some of those things 20 years ago, but if you're looking for filmmakers who are good at even one or two of those things, you're looking at Jake Kasdan, Steven Soderbergh, and James Wan, and that's basically your entire roster, and they're not even good at all of those, just one or two. No, if you want somebody who's good at all 5 of those things, you have basically 2 options. James Gunn, who is incredibly busy for the next rest of his life, and Bryan Singer, who got blackballed 6 years ago when he got outed as a predator. Everything they've made for over a decade has been sci-fi or fantasy, has had massive casts and massive budgets, and they've made half of a heist movie. I don't know if you count Avengers Endgame or not. The problem is, they're very bad with detailed world building. They have lots of concepts that they throw at the audience, but they have very soft, loose magic systems, and that's just not what Brandon Sanderson does. They're not very good at exposition, because most of their concepts have already been established in previous movies. However, they're really good at re-establishing those concepts so that you don't need to have seen Doctor Strange to understand Avengers Infinity War. Also, Extraction is an exception to all of this. There's also the problem that any Brandon Sanderson movie has to be like a 5-movie franchise, and so any director you get is going to be signed on for a 5-picture deal, and at that point, they're gonna be treating it as their baby that they're spending like the next 2 decades of their life on. They're gonna want more creative control over it, and I'm pretty sure Brandon Sanderson doesn't want to give away creative control. That's why he hasn't even optioned the rights to any studio yet. What make his books great are his prose, his detailed world building, his ensemble casts that each get really fleshed out, and all of those are built for the medium of novel. His books are meant to be books. Follow me on YouTube and Blue Sky at Movies and Heist for more movie love. You can get these videos a week early, help fund my movie, and get an exclusive video about why no studio has bought the rights at patreon.com/moviesandheists. Special thanks to these patrons for helping to fund my movie.